Excuse me, you can't do that.
Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of this series, the road to my first triathlon. I've got 2 weeks left now, I believe, from today, because I'm filming this a little bit later than I would hoped. I've only got 11 days. 11 days until the triathlon. It's next weekend. So in the last 2 weeks, I've mainly been focusing on swimming, and I've been getting a lot better at it, and I'm slowly gaining endurance. I've done a bit of bike riding to try and do that. Went for a ride out to Moonbi Lookout on Sunday, which was my longest ride so far. I've also swam about 4.5 k's roughly over 8 sessions, and I'm basically just going to play from the first clip, which was Monday, the day directly after part 1 ended, and cover basically what I've done in the last 2 weeks. So I hope you guys get something out of it.
Just a quick something for my pre-workout this morning. It's 8 now, actually getting towards 8:30. I'm running late. Yes, energy gel, quick boost of energy, Broca.
Took me a lot of convincing to come today. So this part where I'm just about to start, this is when I was first sort of swimming. This is like only after a couple sessions of swimming, really. You can see my head's still really high and my upper body's out of the water. I really didn't have any balance whatsoever, and I'm kind of flopping around a bit. I'm trying, but it was really hard. I had to pay so much attention to breathing that I wasn't really able to focus at all on what my arms or legs were doing, really. That was my biggest struggle. And here, yeah, you can see I'm basically barely even putting my mouth in the water because I was just really struggling. Swam 250 meters so far, and I'm pretty buggered. Gonna go try and do another 100 or so at least. So I had another crack and did that, but again I made one of these mistakes where up until that point I had done that every single session, where I'd get halfway through the pool and then I'd just fail. Another pool session today, but only 400 meters.
Yeah, it is just after 7 and I'm on my way to the pool. It is super foggy today though. It's really cool. I'm tempted to just go and film, but I'm not gonna. Look at that. So according to my watch, that swim session then was 525 meters, but I know it wasn't 525 meters. I think it was only 450 or thereabouts, because I think a couple of the intervals it added an extra lap, an extra 25 meters on, and I think it did that 3 times. Must be difficult for it to track indoors because there's no GPS signal. But anyway, good swim. I wasn't on my schedule meant to go for a swim today, but I just decided to anyway. I think from here to the end, like when my triathlon is, I think I need to mainly focus on swimming. Maybe instead of doing 3 sessions a week, I might try to do 4 or 5.
It is 7:40. My biggest struggle at the moment is getting out of bed.
Ended up having to skip my swim session this morning. I needed to do some work on a couple of videos, upload a couple of vlogs. I have to go to work. I'll get ready for work in a minute. So I'm going to try and fit it in this afternoon. Actually made it. Gonna focus more on technique today. Just enjoyed a 500 meter swim. Was swimming better than I've had in ever. I'll have at least a couple laps where I'll take in like a breath of water or something accidentally, or I'll stuff my technique up and I'll have to like go on my back or something to finish the lap and I'll just be wrecked. But that entire time I was able to focus on, I was focusing as much as I could on my hands, trying to enter the water as like on a downward motion rather than slapping the water so much, getting my elbow up nice and high. And even a few times I could feel like if I was pushing down on the water enough, I could kind of lift up my upper body, and I was sort of sitting really high on the surface and kind of just gliding across the water. So that felt really good. 500 meters. Now I have to go straight to work. So the goal today is to ride to... Sorry about the quality, holy shit, that's terrible. Okay, trying 4K now. It's probably not going to make much difference. So where are we? Gonna ride that there. Right there is where I took the video from the storm the other morning. And I'm going to ride around, and that path goes up to the top of that hill. And then I'm going to get off my bike, and then I'm going to go, I believe it might be there. I don't know. Gunner Flagstaff. It's one of those hills. So like ride from here to the top of that hill, not the top of that one, but there, and then run to another hill, then back, then ride back. First checkpoint, Woolies, to get some more hydrolyte. Now onwards to one of these hills. Stopping to have a quick sip of hydrolyte. That's where I bought it, Woolies. This stuff's better than Powerade or Gatorade or anything like that. Has a lot more stuff in it. This is where I came the other morning to shoot that lightning. Had a very good view up here. I was lucky it didn't rain until towards the end. I stayed until I heard a bolt of lightning go off behind me. This is great, but I need to think about when I need to leave. That was one behind me. Okay, I'm going. Somewhere over here. That's when I knew I should probably leave. Okay, bike, time to go up the top of the mountain. So, where do I start? Pretty much right there. Chaining the bike up, now time to go for a run. Over somewhere over there. This is a lot harder than I thought it would be. Oh fuck. I only gotten about 5 minutes in. I'm already having to stop, take breaks. Good. Already fallen over once. Here we are.
can go either way. I'm gonna go that way. An extra 800 meters to go. That was the trail I just took, 1.56 k's. The other one that goes down is only about 6.6 k's, because Trackhead's 1.1 when you get to the saddle junction, and I'm at 35 minutes nearly. Made it! 42 minutes to get to that pillar from the lookout. That was a fair bit of walking though. I couldn't run the whole thing. But look at this view. This is better than I remember it. And the last time I was here, this seat wasn't here either. And I believe there was more trees, I think. I remember the view being as good. If that tree wasn't there, the view would be way, way, way better. But yeah, pretty sick view. There's so many fucking flying ants around here. Like, thousands of them. They're insanely good. It's crazy. They keep flying in my face. Gotta like breathe like this. Going to head that way down, and I came that way up. So now I'm going to head down that way. See the difference in distance. Right. Accidentally came back from that direction. I took the wrong path at Saddle Junction. Now to enjoy the fun part of riding back down the hill home. Home again. Total of about 2 hours and 50 minutes since I left. Kind of dawdled a little bit sometimes on my breaks, and taking time to make these videos, cut out a few minutes, and but pretty happy. Next time I'll try and do it under 2.5 hours, I reckon. Just got back from a really good swim session. Did 600 meters like I intended to. I want to try and do 4 sessions of 600 meters this week to get up to 2.4 k's for the whole week. Last week I got 1.8. That was probably more realistically around 1.7, because like I've said, my watch overcompensates sometimes, and it adds an extra 25 onto some of my 50s. I did it once today. It didn't do it at all last session, but today I did it once, so I only swam 600, but it says 625. And I got a few of my fastest laps so far. I've been trying to get under a minute, and today I think I did it 3 or 4 times. I'm going to have a look in a second, but I think I did it like 3 or 4 times with the fastest time of 56 seconds. An 8 split. But yeah, very happy. Okie doke, back at the pool today. Gonna see if I can do another 600 meter session, but I want to video it so that I can see the difference in technique that I've been doing compared to this morning when I watched the first session I did. Atrocious. I want to watch it again, see what I've done differently, and see what I can do even better. I'm gonna try and do 200 to start. That would be my biggest start so far. Here I was starting to get a little bit better. I've always felt really awkward when I put my camera on me, and I generally swim better once I turn it off. But here you can notice my head's down further, my body's a lot flatter in the water. My arm position is better. Not coming so heavy down on my elbow. I'm sort of trying to get my hand in the water before my elbow. Looking much better anyway. Run this morning was good. Went for an 8 km run at a 5:24 pace. I started though, probably the first time ever. It was kind of strange. As I was getting to about the 7k mark, my right leg started to go dead. Like, you know, where you get not quite pins and needles, but it was falling asleep and the blood flow was obviously not getting in there. And you know where where you feel like your leg just starts to fall asleep sometimes if you're sitting on it or whatever. That's what it felt like, which is strange. I've never felt that before. But I kept on going. I didn't make it all the way home because it was not that comfortable to run on, but anyway, good run. Don't think I'm gonna do any more exercise today. I've got a lot to do, but that will be in another video. So it is now Thursday, and yesterday I went for an 8k run. To this morning I went for another 8k run, and just this afternoon I finally got a time to go off of for 300 meters. I did another 600 meter session this afternoon, but the first 300 meters I did without a rest. Well, not for more than like 5 or 10 seconds at the end of like 100, or you know, I still have to catch my breath for a little bit and then I'd go, but I wouldn't rest. So I got 7 minutes and 54 seconds, so that's my time to go off in the 3 weeks or so left to go, or close to 2 weeks now. So that's a total now of 1,850 meters for the weekend. Still got another 550 to go before I reach my goal, which I will do tomorrow. But yeah, very happy with being able to finally swim 300 meters without a rest. And the way I sort of did it was by actually trying to slow down a bit, really take the time to get my breaths in and making sure I'm catching the water properly, or as best as I can. Like, I'm still not swimming all that great, but I'm getting better. And yeah, just trying to stay relaxed and just feeling the water as much as I can. And yeah, I got there. So I'm very happy with that. 7:54. By come race time, I want to try and get that down to 7 minutes.
Oh, yes, made it. Currently halfway at the halfway point at Moonby Lookout on the longest ride that I've done ever. So there's the highway I rode up. Came through Moonby from that direction. When I got to Moonby, there's like this hill right there, and I was like, oh cool, I can see the lookout. Nope, had to come all the way up. Anyway, I'm not going to stay for too long. I want to head back now because I'm trying to do the entire ride in 4 hours and I'm already at 2 hours and 13 minutes, so I can't dawdle.
Just got back. Ended up being 64 Ks in 3 hours 56 minutes 44 seconds. climb of 710 meters. That's alright by my standards. Neglected to wear sunscreen though, so I'm like, look, that. Anyway, good. So hope you like that. Hopefully it's motivating for you to maybe try and implement some more exercise or whatever in your life. It's really just a good way for me to be able to go and look back on it and see where I came from. As the more I progress, it's motivating to see where you've come from. I think if you can see how crap you were when you started, to compare it when you're really like starting to make progress and can actually see it, then I think that's a pretty powerful thing. So yeah, I've got this week, and next week I'm gonna try and swim about 3Ks this week, and probably the same next week. I'll go for another bike ride this Sunday. I think we'll see how I go, and then the next part 3 will be in about 2 weeks, just after my triathlon. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to see more.